Hey guys, what's up? My name is Kobe Jarrow, and welcome to this week's episode of Sidewalk Docs. Today we're going to be starting a mini-series about the rise and fall of genres. We're going to be looking specifically at tropical house and at trap, and how they've started to evolve and change into slightly new genres and go in different directions. So if we start in about 2013, looking at tropical house, we see that it really became popular due to a few main influencers, including Thomas Jack and Kygo. So this genre has many elements of other genres that are pretty popular, including Balearic house and dancehall. What's different about tropical house is it has a similar feel to deep house, but it's a little bit slower and includes more instruments like flutes and marimbas and instruments that are maybe a little more organic than other types of house. There were other artists before Kygo and Thomas Jack, such as Goldroom or Viceroy, that were sort of already experimenting with this tropical sound, but they hadn't really coined a really specific term like tropical house. Because of when tropical house was starting, the genre became popular in a different way than many genres before it. Right around this time, YouTube and SoundCloud and Spotify were all becoming extremely popular, and these sites really helped artists like Thomas Jack or Kygo get their start. So Thomas Jack was actually discovered by his former manager and Kygo's current manager, Miles Shear, back when Miles was just 19 years old and Thomas Jack wasn't much older. Thomas Jack then was flown out from Australia and sort of started using the term tropical house as a joke, actually. It was a term he used for his monthly mixes that really caught on and stuck and became the overarching term for this genre. Kygo, on the other hand, was then putting out remixes on SoundCloud, and what was really fortunate for him at the time was SoundCloud was much more lenient about copyright laws, so it was easy for him to upload a remix of Marvin Gaye or a remix of Ed Sheeran, even if he didn't actually have the rights to the song, and they would get extremely popular, getting millions and millions of plays. Through YouTube channels like Majestic Casual and Sounds You Need, artists like Kygo and Thomas Jack really got their huge followings. These channels helped to promote their music and really get them out to the greater world. Not only did Kygo and Thomas Jack get their start, but really major artists in the genre that don't make music so much anymore got their start on these channels as well. Artists like Chris Malinchak, Cyril Hahn, Bondax, even artists like Matoma or Klingon got really popular because of these channels. And what's interesting is artists like Chris Malinchak actually released songs exclusively on YouTube. He would make an official music video and the song would only then be featured on YouTube, so people would really go there to search for tropical house and for his music. At the time, progressive house and electro house were really big, and one theory that Kygo has thought about and a lot of other people think happened is that people were sort of getting tired of the same buildups and drops and wanted something a little more laid back, and this tropical sound was really easy to listen to and was perfect for summer festivals and summer clubs like Tomorrowland or different day clubs in Las Vegas, and so it really found a home there, as well as somewhere like Ibiza where people are partying all day and don't always want to listen to really heavy music but still want something to do, and so tropical house was perfect for this. The downside of that, though, is that because it's such a laid-back sound, it really doesn't have a great place in the nightclub setting. While certain artists like Kygo have had the opportunity to play really big festivals like Coachella, most of these artists didn't ever get to a point where they were playing big events. Around this same time, there were a lot of really popular songs sort of piggybacking off this genre, such as Klingon's Jubal or Robin Schultz's remix of Waves, as well as Felix Jane's remix of Cheerleader by Omi. In about the end of 2015, beginning of 2016, tropical house really peaked. We saw the extremely popular remix of I Took a Pill in Ibiza by Mike Posner, remixed by Sieb, and we also saw one of the biggest pop stars in the world, Justin Bieber, take many elements of the tropical house production and feature it in his tracks Sorry and What Do You Mean, and these artists really brought tropical house from a very popular electronic music genre to the pop sphere, and from here it almost became so popular that every producer at this point was trying to make a tropical house song or a tropical house remix. Kygo and many other artists did take advantage of this trend, though. Kygo started collaborating with more pop artists such as Selena Gomez or Miguel. While he still has certain tropical elements in his tracks, they feel more like pop songs than they do like tropical house dance records. Even on Kygo's 2016 album Cloud 9, while there were certain tropical songs It felt more like a pop project with a lot of really great songwriting and really great production, but it didn't always have that tropical house feel that Kygo became so well known for. We now see on Zed's new song Happy Now, while it isn't a tropical house song, it has a lot of the same elements. Another genre that's been really popular over the last 5-10 years has been trap. Trap is a genre that artists started producing around 2010 and 2011, but didn't really blow up until about 2012 or so. Hip-hop artists were starting to produce trap even earlier. It didn't reach the electronic sphere until 3 or 4 years after hip-hop producers were making these beats. A hip-hop producer by the name of Lex Luger, who's worked with 808 Mafia and A-Track, started making a lot of hip-hop and working with Waka Flocka Flame back in about 2008. Lex Luger became really successful when working with Waka Flocka. Many artists started copying his sounds because they were so popular, including the use of really heavy 808s as well as triplet hi-hats, where the hi-hat is a little offbeat and gives the song a sort of swinging feel. So some of the first producers to work with these sounds included Tonight and Flostradamus. These artists were influenced not only by the hip-hop beats of Lex Luger, but also by a lot of electronic music, including dubstep and acid house and tech house, as well as hardstyle. And actually in a lot of the earlier Floss tracks, you can hear these hardstyle elements. At the beginning, there were channels on YouTube that really helped promote up-and-coming artists, including All Trap Music and Trap Nation. Not only that, because it was relatively early in SoundCloud's life, they still again were pretty lenient about copyright. RL Grime and Salvo, for example, made a really popular remix of Kanye West's Mercy that really took off, and in this track they used a lot of the hip-hop elements from the original track, but gave it a life of its own with the really energetic trap drop that it's so well known for. Diplo and Mad Decent were also really instrumental in getting trap into the mainstream. Bauer put out his iconic song Harlem Shake on SoundCloud, and as it gained popularity, Mad Decent decided to sign it. Even after Mad Decent signed it though, it didn't become extremely popular until YouTuber Joji decided to make the iconic video we all know, Harlem Shake. As people started to use the Harlem Shake in their videos, the song quickly became a huge success. It was covered by the New York Times, the LA Times, and everyone was making a Harlem Shake video. It didn't matter whether you were in high school or even elderly people were making the video, so it really reached all demographics and was an international hit and helped to really popularize the iconic genre we now know as trap. Other artists started to see how big this genre was becoming and decided to capitalize on that. So DJ Snake, for example, worked with an already well-known hip-hop trap producer, Lil Jon, to make the song Turn Down for What. Bridging the two traps and putting them together was a really smart move. It was #1 on Billboard Electronic, it was #4 overall, and it's 6 times platinum. Another reason both tropical house and trap blew up was because they really were international. Trap also found a home not only in America, but also abroad. And in fact, certain K-pop groups really capitalized on this genre to make really huge hits in Korea. In 2016, the duo G-Dragon and Taeyang released the song Good Boy. In the same year, Big Bang released a song called Bang Bang Bang, and both of these songs feature really heavy trap elements and just show that not only was trap popular in the US, but it really was an international sensation. Trap is still an extremely popular genre today, although the sound has changed from the sound that Flostradamus or Bauer was originally producing. Many of these artists have branched into the pop scene by creating straight hip-hop and rap tracks, like you'll find on RL Grime's new album, or Bauer's work with Ray Shremmerd, or his song 3am that feature less electronic elements and more of just a straight rap song. As the genres evolved, people have really honed in on sound design to create something new and unique. In this new age, a lot of what we hear in trap, while it has a similar foundation to the music back in 2013, the sound design is on a whole nother level because ingenuity needed to happen for the genre to evolve and persist. So as the genre continues to evolve, we might hear new sounds or the same sounds in new ways. What other genres do you guys want me to take a look at? Leave a comment below. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next time.